Hello, welcome to SBTV News with a heartbroken class of 25 that don't want to leave their teacher, Miss McLaughlin.
But first, let's go over to Nathan Peterson with the weather.
Now, here in Glasgow it is very sunny spells, where it is not in Rotherham, because in Rotherham it is very sunny, so Mrs McLaughlin isn't in Glasgow at this particular moment. Now, in Rotherham here, it is very, very rainy, with lots of tears on the floor, melting into the paths. Where in London, it is very pretty sun, where Mrs McLaughlin isn't in that particular place at this particular moment in time. And the outlook is bleak.
Hi, I am Max, and I am joined by...
Me, Lucy Coe,
We are here to discuss the news.
of Class 7.
We will be updating you on the latest news,
We will be telling you about...
sports, weather, and many other things.
Hooray!
Unfortunately, next season I have to wish all the luck to Man United.
Even I don't like them. Man City are the best. Oh well, let's...
Oh, what's that? Someone in the studio likes Man United. Right.
Oh well, that's him for the next half an hour. He will get used to it. Miss McLaughlin, we will miss you so much. Oh look, here's Max coming.
Yeah, we will miss you, Miss. Yes, we will miss you, Mrs McLaughlin.
Let's go
over to our two correspondents in the field, Daria and Callum.
Today at the sport, Man United are better than Man City, and all the Man City supporters do extra homework.
I have seen Mrs McLaughlin picking her nose in PA.
But I am afraid that it has a bad side today. It's only a few weeks till Miss leaves us. I know. But we will always remember her.
She's not died.
You've got problems there. You have some weird stuff.
And I know.
Okay. Now let's leave it out. Never mind. Right, so we all get the picture. Man United are better than anybody.
I've seen Mrs McLaughlin asleep at her desk over there.
Okay, listen. Back to Max and Lucy.
Now, let's go over to Phoebe with the topic of birds. Mrs McLaughlin taught us to read bird books. She taught us to paint birds. She taught us to hang us bird food on trees and bushes, and taught us names of birds, and taught us owls to not only birds. Back to the studio.
Thank you. Now let's go over to Jack Dixon, who is going to tell us about the literacy.
Hi, and welcome to the Literacy News with me, Jack Dixon. Well, it's been a very hard year this year for literacy, because we've done an awful lot. We've done AIM, we've done Benjamin Zephaniah, we've done a lot, to be honest. And, well, we did a lot of work around the topics as well. We went to AIM on a school trip with classes 5 and 6 as well. We did some poetry work about two poets called Benjamin Zephaniah and Michael Rosen. We did a lot, to be honest. It was very hard work.
And are you going to miss Mrs McLaughlin?
I'm going to miss Miss McLaughlin a lot.
Was she a good teacher?
Yeah.
The best?
Yep. Back to the studio.
Thank you very much. We are getting some really good comments about Mrs McLaughlin. Now let's go over to the best behaved boy in the class, Jack Lindsay and Molly Lee.
So, this is Titania, the lazy old thing. She sleeps through everything. She sleeps through everything. Oberon is no better. He sends Puck to do everything.
Mrs. McLaughlin is like Puck, doing everything for class 7.
Helena, Hermia, Lysander and Demetrius run in the forest like Miss McLaughlin runs around class 7.
Back to the studio.
Next, we've got a Shakespeare inspiration, Olivia Nicklin. She really loves Shakespeare.
On Wednesday, the 26th of June, we did a performance at New York Stadium to do a Midsummer Night's Dream play. We did a lot of practicing for ages and it went so good. I liked that day. We did a lot of lessons like drawing and making leaflets. We made flowers for the trees. We did so much. Sorry to leave you. Back to the studio.
Thank you. Now it's over to two boys who are really funny, so hold on to your socks.
Hello, but maybe a big thank you to our teacher, Mrs. McLaughlin.
We are 25 heartbroken children who are in the future going to be blinks and never going to forget these memories.
But it's only going to be a few weeks until we are going to leave this transpine teacher.
But as we start, we need to cool down with our memories because we will miss the best teacher in the world. But most of all, thanks to the teacher who is mostly corrupted with all the love, we will miss you, Miss McLaughlin. Harry, what do you call British people who fart?
I don't know. What do you call British people who fart?
British gas.
What do you call butter who chop things up?
I don't know, what do you call what do we chop things up?
Butter chops.
Back to the studio.
Now let's go over to Jessica Harvey with the latest updates on our Schools Linking project.
This year for Schools Linking, we've been linking with Meadowview. In Meadowview, their school is just one level, but our school has lots of different levels. In art, we've been doing ourselves with watercolour, like all these examples. Mainly we've been focusing on this poem by Bell Hooks. It's about not judging people for how they look. Now back to the studio.
Right then, now we are going over to Nathan Berry, who was outside and is still being kept outside because of the plague.
Thank you, Max and Lucy. I liked it, especially visiting, looking at the old buildings. We arted about it, we writed about it, think of it, we did it. And me and my mum came, and we had a great time. It was hard in here, especially with antidotes that did not work, and people dying. But it was good learning with Mrs. McLaughlin. Goodbye, Mrs. McLaughlin. Hope you see you soon. You are the best teacher in the world. Back to the studio.
Back outdoors. Let's go over to our science people, Jessica and Toby. They'll make a lovely couple.
Welcome to news, science news. Jessica, what, Toby?
How does trees give us oxygen?
I don't know, Toby. How do they?
I don't know either.
Toby,
What, Jessica?
do you know that Mrs. McLaughlin has been crazy about science?
What, really?
Yes, Toby, it's true.
We're not crazy
Crazy
enough
us too.
Right, now we're going over to the sports updates of the Three Wise Monkeys.
Right, I'm Leon Burks with Zach Platt and Lewis Columbine. I'm going to say something about Man United because I personally like Man City. Now let's start with Man United. The flag is red for a reason, and that reason is they always get red cards. And to be honest, Man City is better.
And when we've been doing swimming, it has helped a lot of us learned how to swim the past weeks. And I even loved doing swimming, and the teachers there taught me a lot. My personal sport is PE with Miss McLaughlin, because she normally just said anything with like multi-sport when you can look forward to it, because you don't know what you're going to do.
I'm gonna miss Miss McLaughlin even though she supported Man United.
Back to the studio. Now let's go back outdoors with Tia and Robin. They're doing fractions with maths, which comes in handy to divvy up a pizza.
So, Tia, did you enjoy learning fractions? Yes, I used to pick up one hole, look around it, and I couldn't see a hole. Fractions is hard. Do you remember that day that us two had a slumber party? Yes. We had a big pizza and we didn't know how to share it. We hadn't learned fractions. But then Miss McLaughlin came round and said if we share it between 3 of us, we have to cut them out into thirds. So now we all know fractions. We can do halves, quarters, well, everything. I'm not even going to start with that. See you later. Now we're off to Jaden, who's been working on Shakespeare.
Hello, I am Jaden and I really enjoyed doing Shakespeare with Year 3, Year 4, but especially Miss McLaughlin. She has been really nice and helpful for Shakespeare. We have done Midsummer Night's Dream, and I hope she has a better time next year with the next class.
Sorry, it's almost time to go, but
we will be back tomorrow. So see you soon.
Mr. Shot. Where do acids go on holiday?
I don't know, where do they go on holiday?
Acid Australia.
Hey, Carla. What's green and ugly? A boy scout. Bye.
Shut up.
Thank you, Miss McLaughlin, for teaching us all them things in PE. Because I've just run a marathon and I need a cup of tea. And thank you for teaching us how to swim, and I swam to New York and back. I'm going to miss you.
Bye, Miss McLaughlin.
What do you call an old man with no legs? An old man with no legs. Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to end.
Hey, Nathan.
What?
Knock.
Who's there?
What do you call a pig what does karate?
I don't know. What do you call a pig who does karate?
Pork chop. Bye, Mrs. McLaughlin. But what do you call the king who's been shot with an arrow?
Arrow.
Nope. I should have kept an eye on the arrow.
Phoebe,
Yeah.
what does Shakespeare eat for tea? I don't know. Sprout spaghetti.
Stop.
Leon, yeah? What do you call a man with a red face and a black bum?
I don't know what do you call a man with a red face and a black
What do you call a man with a red face and a black bus?
I don't know.
A Mars bar.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Well, really, Miss.
Bye, Miss McLaughlin. What happens to a broken down frog? I don't know. They get towed away. Bye, Miss McLaughlin. We'll miss you.
I just got back from the fight with Max and the dentist. I'll tell them who's boss.
don't know.
Because it's so heavy, it needs to lose a bit of weight. As we've been on there, in Rotherham, everyone is still being crying because Mrs. McLaughlin is everyone is leaving Mrs. McLaughlin.